We are back with another Trini Paranormal Trini series, sorry, Trini Folklore for you today, and we're back with another paranormal experience. Well, actually, it's two paranormal experiences. Two paranormal experiences at business places that workers would have experienced. Now, these are short stories, but they are equally as scary, and I just want to know how come all of these places are so haunted, all of these workplaces. Anyhow, let's get into the story. So, our first follower said, Hi, my husband wanted to share his experience at a factory that produces snacks. In broad daylight, he and his co-worker were fixing a machine on a Saturday, so the factory was empty, and while they were working, something passed like a breeze and touched my husband's foot. Both of them felt the breeze. While the next 2 weeks, another technician saw a man in a coat taking out parts, and when it clicked to him that only certain people had access to that part of the factory, he went looking in the room and there was no one there. Something about factories in Trinidad and Tobago, but they always seem to be very haunted. And this is not the first time I would have gotten stories about factories, different types of factories in Trinidad and Tobago where they saw someone, they heard someone, something called their name, they witnessed someone going into a room, and when they went to the room, no one is there. What is going on with these factories in Trinidad and Tobago? Story 2. Hi, good day. I had an experience at a famous store in Trin City. I was packing the shelves with goods and decided to take a rest. So I sat on a stool and sat in front of the fan. My section led straight to the back door where there was a gate where you could see through. So I sat and I started to close my eyes. But before it closed shut, there it was, a dark figure. It stopped, looked at me, and went on its way. I had never stayed by myself in that lane again. All of these stores, these factories, these industrial buildings seem to have something paranormal going on. And a lot of Trinidadians will say they're either doing something spiritual or they have a buck or a bakun, so that they are able to keep their wealth. But let me know, what is your experience working in a store, a business place, a factory, if it is haunted? Because it seems as though from industry to urban area, these stores and factories seem to have something spooky happening.